Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Truth, God, and Justice Chick podcast. It's been a bit since I recorded my last episode, but I'm back. That's what counts, right? So today's episode will be a little bit of, I was still debating just before I pressed record. What am I gonna speak on today? So naturally, because of my field of controversy, I would get into the recent events or happenings, politically speaking. Like, a week ago, the documents of Jeffrey Epstein were released and stuff like that, which is really hot topics. But I kind of want to leave that to the dozens of, influencers, I don't know, commentators, whatever you want to call them. I want to get into topics that are quite, that do, how do I say this? That do bother, I guess for lack of a better word, bother or affect people on it might still, I don't know if it's controversial per se, but it just, maybe because I'm dealing with it, and I feel like a lot of people deal with these types of things that are not really talked about that much. And today I think I want to dedicate this recording to the, I guess, problem or whatever you want to call it of consistency, right? When we're trying to work towards our goals, our dreams, achieve our, dreams or our callings or whatever it may be. It's so hard. I mean, once you get started, you feel like, okay, I've already accomplished whatever goal I'm working towards. And then the real hard part is, well, at first it can be hard to get started. Like in my case, on a personal note, it's hard to get started, finally get your butt up and actually like push yourself to start something. And then to keep up with it is really hard, to stay consistent, because we all get so excited, right, about whatever we're trying to start. And then we get either distracted or with time, it just seems to be less and less. I don't know. Not that we want to stop it or not work anymore, or, not work on this anymore or whatever it may be. It just seems to be hard to keep consistent, stay consistent. It's really hard. And it's such a, like, it seems like such an, like, easy, or not easy, but like unimportant, I guess, problem, or, yeah, I don't know. I'm lacking the correct words today. But it's so important to touch on this, because I feel like a lot of people, they start something, right? Whether it may be, I don't know, working on your body, working out, or it's starting a business or whatever it may be. Yes, we want to continue working on it because we haven't gotten to our goal yet. But in time, it just seems to be, we get more and more opposition from what I would call the enemy / devil. And it would just, be harder and harder to climb this mountain. And so that's obviously where consistency comes in and plays a big role in your drive and your determination, which it doesn't necessarily mean you don't want this anymore, or you start being lazy. But I guess ultimately it may be just that, even if it's more subconsciously, because you're not trying to stop working towards whatever you're working on. But it just seems almost like have more and more excuses. And so yeah, today, I don't know, I think maybe I like to call it a self accountability post, holding myself accountable for maybe slacking off lately, which I don't know, maybe it's a bit harsh when you already do have the much controversial job of being a homemaker and a mother, which nowadays is ultra controversial, right? To just be at home. I keep saying it like that because it's just such a controversy, right? And I've done some episodes on these topics, which I'm still not done with because I feel like there's so much to say. There's so much to clarify. And anyway, so, or you may be a working outside the home mom and you have a side gig, a side hustle, or simply just trying to work on yourself. It's so hard to stay consistent. Like, it's really, like, if we're really honest with ourselves, it's so hard to stay consistent in whatever we're doing. And yeah, so this may be just a short little video of holding myself accountable to not give up. Not because I'm someone that gives up. It's just, the enemy is filling up. It's almost like putting these words into your head, into your mind. Like, no, are you crazy? You barely have time to keep up with your house and stuff while your kids are at school. And, it just keeps being, it's just about how much we listen to those attacks by the enemy, right? So, like, right now I have like an urge coming, like a feeling coming over me of, I'll just stop this video. Like, you sound like ridiculous. You sound crazy, but I'm not giving into that right now. I'm not over yet. I'm not done spreading this message of mine, which is something I don't know if I've ever heard anyone. I'm sure there have been people talking about it, but it's just not something that's very common to hear. And because I'm not trying to babble on too long here. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, but I've just tried to come up with a reason as to why I stopped my podcasting and my, just working on everything concerning my brand or my movement or whatever you want to call my truth, God, and justice chick business. I don't call it a business, but it's like a name, or it's obviously a name, but it's like meaning like a brand or movement. And just in the last couple or few months, it just drastically went downhill by, of course, me not putting in enough effort, because I put so much pressure on myself because I'm like a perfectionist. I try to have everything perfect. I try to get everything done, and then I get too overwhelmed and I shut down, kind of. I don't want to give in to those feelings, but I'm just, human in the end. So yeah, so this is so I come to realization, one of the most important things, or not things, but most important ways to be with whatever you're trying to achieve or do is consistency. Consistency will bring you much faster to your end goal than, oh my gosh, I just heard a saying the other day by, I think it was Denzel Washington, who said, I don't even remember. I can't even rephrase it, but it was something like, without, I forget what he said, but something about consistency is what leads you to your goal. And yeah, so it's a little post about something that doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Anyway, so next episode might be more politically speaking, and I should maybe say welcome, happy 2024. I haven't even done that. I've been a real slacker lately, holding myself accountable, and yeah, so there shall be many more videos of moi, and yeah, so stay tuned. This is just a little bit of, I like to throw these episodes in here and there of talking about a certain subject or personal one, not only to hold myself accountable, but also to make you feel like you're not alone if you are someone suffering from this, this problem, I call it. It's a real problem to be inconsistent. You go up and down. Maybe, people will say, oh, that's life, such is life. It's a roller coaster. Yes, it is. But, I'm not getting to my end goal. And what is that? That might be where we say goodbye for now, and we'll do part 2 maybe in the very near future. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, you can find me on Instagram at truthgodandjusticechick.com, or not .com, what am I saying? Instagram /truthgodandjusticechick, and my website www.truthgodandjusticechick.com, and you can find me on Twitter, Truth Social, all the regular outlets, social media outlets. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and signing off.